We said we're taking it up a new level and we're out the studio, Corbs. We're gonna try and bring NFL football to you, the rugby audience, and maybe see how we get on as the rugby players against the NFL football.
Yes, Will, it is Super Bowl week here in America and all the talk is about American football, but we're only 1 week away from the start of the MLR. So let's also thought today, let's bring football meets rugby. We've got some learning to do. We've got some challenges to be put through.
Lonie Paxton, 3-time Super Bowl champion, former New England Patriot, Denver Bronco. It's Super Bowl week, let's go.
John Carney, 23-year NFL kicker, now coaching kickers at the high school, college, and pro level.
Let's get into it.
Oh, and by the way, because it's the 21st century, we need to go up against some data going to be provided by Sportable, seeing how good we are actually at these challenges.
So we have our Sportable Smart Rugby Ball here. There's a small electronic chip in here. It works hand in hand with our sensors, which I have one in my hand, and that provides us with real-time data and can provide insights to teams and players with specific distances, hang times, speed, spin rates, and can really benefit game planning and performance analysis.
Love it. We're going to see a few of those things come out in our long snapping and kicking. What am I wearing here though, man? What's this going on? What is this?
Yeah, so that's one of our player wearables, and you put one of our player tags, which I have here on the back of it, and you're able to tag specific players to their kicking and passing that happen on the field.
Lonnie, so good to have you here. Thanks for your time, buddy.
Yeah.
What a legend, what a legend.
Bro.
Welcome to the Rugby Rundown. Obviously, really exciting day. And I guess, first of all, I just want to know, what do you know about rugby? When you hear the word rugby, some Americans do, some don't. What comes to your mind?
You know, I'm pretty familiar with the sport. Grew up in Southern California where it was coming up back in the 80s and 90s, and then went to school in Sacramento where we had some pretty good rugby clubs up there. Got to GoPro after I was done playing, and ended up sponsoring and partnering with Nick Cummins and James Haskell. So I got a good taste of some international rugby. I mean, I love the athleticism of the players. You guys are all animals and just units, so I just can respect that.
And then obviously today we're going to be doing a little bit of long snapping, and I guess for myself a little bit and some of our rugby audience, what exactly is a long snapper?
Long snapping is part of the kicking games. You know, we basically throw a rocket between your legs to a punter or a holder in a kicking situation, whether it's for points or field position. I learned to do it because I could throw really well, and I just applied doing it underneath my legs. I played other positions growing up, but I always felt like it was something to be an asset to a team, to do what the coaches want you to do anything you can to help them win, and long snapping kind of chose me. So it's something I could do, and it helped me get a long career out of it.
Super Bowl is sort of around the corner. But what are your thoughts of a Super Bowl, having played in them, how special it is for the game? I think it's probably the biggest spectacle other than maybe the Olympics or Soccer World Cup that the whole world watches.
God bless them, have just been kind of stealing the Patriots' thunder, but we had it for 20 years. The Chiefs kind of took over the last few. To get a three-peat is really, really hard. They obviously have a chance because they wouldn't be here if they didn't. I got a bunch of my kids' teammates' parents who are Philly fans, so we go back and forth and talk smack. I like those two, but hey, you know.
Lonnie, thanks so much for your time. It's now time to put us through our paces. I've never long snapped before at all, so what do you think my chances are?
Well, can you throw an American football?
Yeah, I can throw it.
All right, so we got a chance. You're just basically throwing between your legs upside down. You know, everything's opposite of what you know, but we'll get you there.
All right, beautiful. Let's go.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair to the big man, Corbs is a former professional athlete. So to really show the comparisons, let's get a couple of pros and get them involved.
All right, it's time to get into it. We've got our Sportable rugby ball, which is going to give us all the data, and we'll be working with an NFL football. It's time to learn the art of the long snap with the one and only Lonnie.
All right, so, you know, big thing with long snapping is obviously you're on the line of scrimmage in the NFL, so that's where the play starts. You know, we're snapping underneath our legs, upside down, backwards, about 45 feet, 15 yards. Spot your target through your legs, because inherently, as soon as that ball is gone, you're gonna have to block a beast like Corbs coming over you and make it all within 1.3 seconds from snap to kick, and then the kick's going to be about 0.7 seconds. So the total operation is going to be about 2.2 seconds, 2.1, so that it doesn't get blocked. That's a scientific point. So let's see if you...
And that back up is for the
That's to get off the line because these guys are coming at you.
Yeah.
And they're either going to block, try and actually block that ball, or they're going to hold you up so that you can't cover the kick. Because as soon as we snap, we got to block, then we got to turn into much better athletes than we're typically built for.
All right, we've tried snapping the American football. It's now time to go a little bit closer to home with the rugby ball, and we'll get the data thanks to Sportable as well.
Oh, that was in the money. We might have to put it easy. Yeah, go again.
Much more surface area. Yeah, he's crushing it with this ball. I mean, again, a lot of this is just the technique with the rolling of the wrist, the hand placement, the follow through. It's a different size ball, but it's definitely one of those things that, you know, it's muscle memory. It's a lot of the same techniques, just different shape.
All right, Brian, you passed the stress test. You showed that you can snap a rugby ball. Let's go check out with our main man, Ethan from Sportable, and find out some of the data behind your snaps.
Some of the statistics we have is the distance is 7 meters. We have the hang time is 0.7 seconds. The rotational percentage is 93%. The speed was 10.2 meters per second. And the spin was 5.3 rotations per second.
All right, it's now time to see how we get on long snapping. Also brought Shilo Klein with us as well as a hooker and thrower, hoping that will applicate well across to the American football.
The first key to long snapping is not have a belly like me, have one like him, so you can actually bend over and see the ball.
Oh, damn. Who told me? Who told me? Oh,
I mean,
respectable, man.
right out of the gates.
That's respectable.
Nice tight spiral. I don't know.
ain't got that.
Nice. I mean, you want to see the target, right? So that's where you're snapping. The follow through is good. The spiral, the way you can get a better spiral, you're kind of like this, just curl that wrist under, and then when it comes out, you'll kind of naturally get that spin on it. So just curl it a little bit. Hey, not bad.
Oh, dear.
It's a little bit of a hitch, like you don't want to, because that's almost
like
like a long golf swing. Like that's way more room for error is this big hitch. So just a quick one through those legs.
All right.
Who knows? Wrists. There you go.
So you think like
not too much. I mean, be able to still grip the ball.
Yeah. Like
and then point, when you follow through, point right at his hands, right at that wedding ring right there.
Okay. Oh.
About what I expected.
See that? I see what you're trying to do there. My body just wants to launch it. That's the problem.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Right. Well,
you're just releasing.
This hand wasn't doing much.
You're releasing low. Yeah. Just hold on to it a hair longer and just point right at his chest.
All right. No.
A little better, a little better. Now imagine doing that in shoulder pad, helmet, with guys twice the size of me, just breathing on you, ready to run you over.
Oh, checkers, mate.
Right out of the gate.
I knew it was the right play.
He's a professional.
I knew it was the right move. Oh, dear.
All right, come on.
Okay, game time.
Young fella.
The old...
It's the knees.
Yeah, they don't want to bend much these days. There's no cartilage left. Okay. So 3.
Hey, I mean, better spiral. It's a bit of a false start. You know, once you do lift it up, everyone's
game on.
Yeah, you game on.
That's good to know. All right, Ethan, show us the data. Let's see how we do.
Damage.
Shiloh's first snap, it was a rotation percentage of 94%, speed 9.8 meters per second, spin 5.7 rotations per second.
Not bad.
Then we go to Corbs.
Oh, please tell us.
Corbs' first snap, that wasn't as good. It was a rotation percentage of 92%, speed 10.9 meters per second, spin 6.1 rotations per second. And then we come to his second snap, that was better, 93 rotational percentage, speed 9.9 meters per second, and spin 5.0 rotations per second.
9.9 meters per second, but what if it only goes 3 meters?
Yeah.
So you had to make that calculation.
Straight. Yeah. Well, I was definitely impressed with Shilo and you. And here in the States, you get to college, a lot of the kids that become hookers or throw are people who long snapped in college, and they just kind of turn their technique around. And just to see how that worked, we sort of jumped in your arena. Now we want you to try to jump in with our arena. And we're gonna have just a little bit of a hooker throw challenge, line out throw, crossbar challenge over here to see if you can handle what we're doing overhead.
Bingo. Yeah, buddy.
Lonnie, what a pleasure, mate. What a man. Thanks so much for your time on the rundown. We'll let you get back to your work now. Thanks so much.
You got it, man. Anytime.
Cheers.